Xenia, Ohio is the largest city in America. That begins with the letter X. Xenia, which means hospitality in Greek, is the county seat of Greene County. You can go kayaking in the Narrows Preserve or hiking in the Sarah Lee Arnovitz Nature Reserve and grab some fresh foods at Jackson's Farm Market. Take a round of golf at the WGC Golf Course. Take a hike biking on Greene County Greenways. Be sure you get to the Greene County Fair from July 27th through August 2nd. Enjoy the Ohio Colt Racing Association's 2 days of competition on Wednesday, July 30th and Thursday, July 31st. Post time for both days is at 6:30 p.m. because in Greene County, X, as in Xenia, marks the spot.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Marysville Fair here at Marysville, the Union County Fair. 9 races a day, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. Doug Ballinger, Michael Langer. Michael, 2-year-old Colt Trotters, 2-year-old filly Pacers, 3-year-old Colt Pacers, 3-year-old filly Trotters, Springhaven Farm Driving Series. A nice card today.
Yeah, we're not missing too many of the divisions. 2-year-old Colt Pace, 2-year-old filly Trots, 3-year-old Colt Trot, 3-year-old filly Pace, but we have 2 divisions in each of 4, which is the 2-year-old Colt Trot. It'll be our first and second race today. 2-year-old filly Pace in race 3 and 4. 3-year-old filly Trot in races 5 and 6, and the 3-year-old Colt Pace in race 7 and 8, and then that ladies race would be the 9th to close out the card today.
Overall track record on the pace here at Marysville is 155 and 3, 158 and 2 on the trot.
Hank Levan leads the scheduled number of drives today with 7, 7 on the training side as well, and Ron Steck is listed as 6 horses training today. A busy day for the Stecks. I saw a post that Ranger got his first win recently.
Yes.
Pretty cool stuff there.
And I don't know if Ranger will be driving today or not.
I'm not sure. We got a couple of driver changes, but there's still about 7 or 8 left on the program to get filled in. So,
first race, a field of 5, 2-year-old Colt Trotters, first division. Hank Levan drives the 5. Hank, our leading driver, with 45 wins so far. He's on a torrid pace. Should definitely hit 100 on the fair season. He had 2 winners here yesterday, I believe.
Awesome. Yeah, no, the Levan stable once again got itself in a position in the pretty much the top 5 of everything. Starts, training wins, driving wins. Now they're having a great season to date.
The fair season, though, it seems like it just started. There's 65 county fairs, and I believe at the end of this week we'll be at 21 or 22.
Yeah,
so that's a third of the way there.
We are literally just getting going here. Yeah, I was looking at the schedule, my own schedule for the next week. It's busy. You guys are both pulling double headers today, if I understand that correctly.
I'll be calling races tonight at Sydney. Just looking at some posts, I catch one. Denny Shaner, I want to say hi to Denny Shaner from the Wapakoneta area. I went by his farm on my way here. Missed seeing him out here jogging horses. I hear he spent a lot of time in Florida that he got out of the horse business.
People getting out, and there's still people getting in.
There's still people getting in, yes. We're getting set for a post-parade.
And we have the nicest day in 2 months today. Probably in the low. We're getting these driver changes as we're talking here. Manny Miller. I started to say it's probably the nicest day we've had in 2 months. Temperatures in the mid-70s right about now. We're, of course, shaded, but the track looks really, really good. And no humidity. And Ayers Radcliffe will be calling the races for us today. Let's take it up to Ayers for the post-parade for the first.
Here are the horses on the track for the first race. 2-year-old Colt Trot, purse $7,118. 1 is Kefiro, Charles Bolin. 2, Whiskey Twist, Christopher Beaver. 3, Olive Hill, make the driver Cameron McCown. 4, Baby Beast, that driver Emmanuel Miller. And the 5, Hurley L, Hank Levan, in the sulky. That's the field for the first race. Cameron McCown on 3, Emmanuel Miller on 4.
Kefiro, Charles Bolin, James Bolin Jr. trains and owns the 2-year-old bay-gilded son of Team 6. $4,500 yearling purchase last fall. 6 starts on the year, 3 seconds, 2/3, $5,100. Last time out, finished second, beating a length and a half at Washington Courthouse.
And I'll tell you, the Bolins are really off to a great start this year. From a driving perspective, Charles has started 30 times, and he's been first, second, or third 16 of those 30 times, which is a high number.
That's 50% or a little better.
Yeah, a little better than 50. And the same
board.
thing for James on the training side, 13 out of 23, so also a little bit over 50%. And Cafaro here, 5 out of 6 in the money, so should be pretty tough from the rail. Non-wagering here at the Union County Fair, by the way, folks. So don't run up with your wallets. We don't need it. It's okay. Come for the fair and come for the races. Number 2 is Whiskey Twist. Chris Beaver trains and drives, shares ownership with Bellasac and Fleming and Maines. This is a ready for money gelding from the Muscles Yankee mare, Manhattan AS. It's had 4 starts this year, 2 second-place finishes, and 1 third. And Chris has also had a good year of training. He's exactly at about 51% on his starts, which are numerous, 342 season to date, and 173 times first, second, or third.
Cam McCown, the 3, Olive Hill. Cam picks up this drive. Carl Easterday Jr. owns and trains. 2-year-old Bago, the son of Watt the Hill, out of the Conway All-Mare. Lady Lois, 3 starts, is yet to hit the board. Last time out, made a break leaving at Bussards, but did finish 5th. The mile 2:10 and 2. Start before that, trotted a mile in 6 and 4 at Northfield Park.
Manny Miller gets to ride Baby Beast. Ron Steck trains. Frederick Reed owns. This is a creatine colt from the Cincinnati Kid mare. She a trotting kid. Just had a couple of starts this year. 1 third-place finish. A break last week at the start, but 2nd and 3rd the 2 weeks prior to that.
And Michael rounding out the field is the 5, Hurley L. Hank Levan trains and drives. Levan Stables, Hurley Racing, R. Freeze, and Megan Levan own. This is a 2-year-old Bago, the son of Watt the Hill, out of the Donald Hanover mare, Love Child. 2 starts, has 1 third. That was at Marion, trotted a mile in 2:10 last time out. Made a break at Bell Fountain, leaving the gate, trotted a mile in 2:16 and 4.
Most exciting thing about this race is that one of these horses is going to win for the first time.
Very first time.
Yeah, so we wish them all good luck. Horses are at the top of the stretch for this afternoon's first. Again, a purse of $7,118. 2-year-old Colt Trots. Let's send it up to Ayers for the call.
The top of the stretch for the first race. Here they come. They're off and trotting, except for Hurley L, who is on a break as they move around the turn. Cafiro has the inside to his advantage, and there to be second is a Whiskey Twist. Then you have Olive Hill in 3rd. Baby Beast is there in 4th, the trailer. That's Hurley L as they will move on into the backstretch. Off stride now, Baby Beast. So with the lead, Cafiro. Now Olive Hill was 3rd, now 2nd, and Olive Hill is rolling on now to get the lead for Cameron McCown. They went by the opening quarter in 31 and 4. So it is Olive Hill who is on top, and their second is Cafiro. It's a Whiskey Twist who's there in 3rd. Over there to be a 4th is Baby Beast. Off stride now, Cafiro. As they move down here to the halfway mile mark of the race, and out there with the lead, with them on top, it is Olive Hill. Whiskey Twist is their second. Cafiro back down trotting 3rd. Further on back to Hurley L, and the trailer, Baby Beast, the half, 102 and 4. On into the turn they go. Olive Hill is the leader. In their second is Whiskey Twist. Cafiro is now cranking it up on the outside. Further on back to Hurley L. That trailer, Baby Beast. Continuing on to the 3/4 mile mark of the race, and out there with the lead, Olive Hill. Olive Hill by 2. Whiskey Twist is their second. Cafiro in 3rd. Further on back to Baby Beast and Hurley L. 3/4, 133. They'll trot around this final turn. Olive Hill is the leader. Whiskey Twist is there in 2nd. Over their 3rd, Cafiro, as they come to the top of the stretch. And it's Olive Hill. Olive Hill still the one. Whiskey Twist is there in 2nd. Cafiro is off stride in 3rd. Coming to the wire, it is Olive Hill. Olive Hill to win. Whiskey Twist finishing 2nd. Cafiro is 3rd. 204 and 4.
204 and 4 for Carl Easterday Jr.'s Olive Hill. A nice steer by Cam McCown, who was sitting 3rd when they started in the 2-hole. with Whiskey Twist outside of him. Cam made a move as they were approaching the quarter and got to the front and never gave it up.
Two fractions, Michael of 31-4, 102-4, 133 home and 204-4. Olive Hill is a homebred by Chris Easterday. Carl Easterday Jr. trains. The 2-year-old bay goat, son of What the Hill out of the Conway Hall mare, Lady Lois.
It's a nice
you
gelding.
Just a few minutes ago, right when they behind the gate, somebody's going to leave the maiden ranks, and it was the 3, Olive Hill.
Olive Hill with the win. Had a couple of tough starts prior to today. A race for $20,000 in the Stallion Series up at Cyrus, and broke early and had the 8-hole at Northfield for $8,800. A scratch before that, and qualified in Delaware in 204-3. So this is really just the first simple trip, I guess, that Olive Hill has had. And again, a good steer by Cam McCown, and congratulations to the homebred owner and trainer of this What the Hill gelding. Boy, we'd be lost without all the What the Hills, huh?
Oh, yeah.
They do help us fill up a program. Fields are kind of short today. 4 or 5 horses. I think there's one race that has 7, but most of them are short. And as we mentioned, we're covering 4 of the standard 8 divisions. But we've got a great day for it.
You know, we're talking about everybody doing double duty. Mike Wepkenberg here going to Sydney.
Right.
I'm here going to Sydney. Lisa Swartz, Chris is at the Canarina doing the same. You can see in the winner's circle, Brad Conrad, he'll do double duty.
He's double duty.
Today. He'll be at Sourdough Downs tonight, I'm sure.
I feel blessed I get the late afternoon off today. But I'll be back tomorrow over in Sydney.
Good to have. We'll
and then Friday down in Piketon will be with you. Chris, you're in Piketon also Friday? Yeah. Olive Hill has returned back in front of the grandstand to the winner's circle. Let's go up to Ayers.
In the winner's circle after winning the first race, it is the 3 Olive Hill. Olive Hill is a 2-year-old bay-goated son of What the Hill at a Lady Idol by Conway Hall on by Chris Easterday. Chris Easterday Jr. trains Cameron McCown, the winning driver, 204-4, time of the mile. Cafiro was 3rd, Whiskey Twist 2nd, Olive Hill the winner. Baby Beast was 5th, Hurley L 4th. 3-2-1-5-4, 31-4, 102-1, 133-3, 133-3, time of the mile 204-4. Race 2 is next. Field of 4 2-year-old Colt trotters for the second race. I've got no change. Bring them out for the second.
Okay, second race coming up next is the 2-year-old Colt trot with a purse of $7,018, field of 4. And I think we're going to take a short break, and we will be back with the second in just a couple of minutes. You're watching live harness racing from the Union County Fair in Marysville, Ohio. We'll be right back.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person, not a policy. Whether you raise crops, livestock, or own the family farm, CoverLink's farm insurance can be tailored to meet your needs. Trusted advice and solutions to protect what matters most. Great service from great people, CoverLink Insurance.
Well, we're back here at the Union County Fair. Ohio Fair Racing Conference action at Marysville. Michael Langer, second race, 2-year-old Colt trot. Total purse of $14,136. This division for $7,018. A field of 4 to go to the gate. Number 1, October Wind. Ed Bibler for Cam McCowan will drive. Larry Nybert of Richwood owns the 2-year-old Bay-Go-to the son of Alstead. Out of the Creatine mare, Forever Autumn has 2 starts on the year. Last time out at Bell Fountain made a break. Start before that at Marion finished 4th. It was a sloppy track, trotting a mile in 2:20. Number 1, October Wind, and driver Cameron McCown.
The 2-horse is Iamona Jelly Roll. Ron Steck trains and drive. Chris Hawkins from Centerburg owns this. Marcel Gelding out of the Train for the Future mare. I Just Expect It has had 2 official starts this year and a 3rd place finish, which was at Hilliard last week, and 3 breaks trying to get things going the weeks before that, but stayed flat last week and hoping for the same today. Chris Hawkins Gelding here is a homebred, and we wish Iamona Jelly Roll a lot of luck today. Love
That's
that name.
That's a
good
great
one.
name, yes. Chris Beaver will drive number 3, Buy Me a Boat. Chris also trains and owns in partnership with Stephen Z. Handler. This is a homebred, the 2-year-old Bay-Go-to the Sun by Watt the Hill. Tail of Tegla Blue mare. Rhonda in red. 1 start, has 1/3. That 3rd was last week at Bucyrus in the Buckeye Stallion Series. Finished 3rd, beaten 5 1/4, trotted a mile, 2:03 and 2/5.
And number 4, MJ's Pegs Prodigy. James Bolin Jr. trains, Charles in the bike, and Charles is the owner. This is a long Tom Gelding from the Pegasus Spur mare, MJ's Peg O' My Heart. 6 starts this year, 2 wins, a 2nd and 2/3. Had a mark of 2, 10, and 4 at Wellston. 5 out of 6 in the money. And bred here in Bross, Ohio. Mary Jo Rio Bross. James Bolin, again, they're off to a great start this year. Broke last week at Washington Courthouse while sitting 2nd at the 3/4 pole, but 3 races before that, a win by 5 lengths at Wellston. 2nd place at Wilmington, and a win up the road at Marion. So 5 out of 6, if this one stays flat, should be pretty tough today. And these 4 combined, the only one with a win up till today is indeed MJ's Pegs Prodigy. So we'll see how the rest of these guys can do. Should be a good one. We're looking at some of the comments coming in. Thank you all for watching with us. From Patriot, Indiana, from Bear, Delaware, from Urbana, from North Carolina, Houston, Texas today.
Houston, Texas.
Always a delight. And up in Central Lake, Michigan. So thank you all for being with us.
Mark Reinhardt from Sydney, Ohio is watching. I'm sure he'll be at the Sydney Fair tonight, the Shelby County Fair.
They're promising to move things along rather quickly today. A race every 15 minutes, so we should be with you about 3 hours or so. You guys will have good weather to get onto your next stop after pulling out of here. and I should be able to beat rush hour headed back out to the east side of Columbus.
Years ago, I filled in here for this name's going to ring a bell with a lot of old timers out there. He was a principal. His name was Dave Wetterman. He had a great memory. He would clerk and he would announce. And that's when he had the eligibility papers, and he would announce and had to fill the papers out and everything. I filled in for him here, and that evening he also announced at Hilliard, Ohio. So I went from here to Hilliard in the Columbus area, and I can remember that night. I don't know if I've ever been through such a storm coming home, leaving Hilliard that night. Probably 100 mile for me from Hilliard back to Salina, but that was probably back in the late 70s or early 80s. It rained so hard. Just poured.
It has been that kind of summer around here. We all started calling them pop-ups. They're not these 400-mile long fronts that run from Detroit to Louisville and then come across. These things are just popping up wherever they want all day long. But again, today we are blessed here. Let's take a look at the schedule for the week. We are, as we said before, we are Marysville. Paynesville has a post time of noon, and we're going to have a post parade. Let's go at pairs.
Here are the horses on the track for race 2. 2-year-old Colt Trot per $7,018. 1 is October Wind, Cameron McCown. 2, I'm on a Jelly Roll, Ron Stack aboard. 3, Buy Me a Boat, and Christopher Beaver. 4, MJ's Peg's Prodigy, Charles Bolin, in the sulky. That's the field for race number 2. No change in the second race.
So let's take a look at the calendar so anybody that's anywhere close by knows where there's opportunity to watch our live harness racing in person this week. Again, today we're here in Marysville. Paynesville has a post time of noon today. Sydney, where Chris and Doug are going to be headed over after we complete the program here. We'll be headed over to Sydney and have Ashley and Jeremy over there covering today's action, and I'll be over there with Ashley tomorrow at 5 o'clock. On Friday, we're down in Piketon. Post time down there is at 5 o'clock. Northfield, is there something big at Northfield on Saturday night? I see we're covering up there.
It's their night of county fair racing.
Oh, perfect.
I think every race will be county fair.
Awesome. So that is Saturday night up at Northfield. Also at Piketon on Saturday at noon. And 2 cards on Sunday, Bowling Green at noon and Eaton at 1 o'clock. So that's our corner-to-corner coverage of the state of Ohio for the next 5 days or so. And then it really starts to pick up.
Yeah, August is a very, very busy month. And then I know in September there, I think there's one day, it's the busiest day where they have 4 crews out in one day.
Yeah.
It might be Worcester, it might be Upper Sandusky, Montpelier.
Oh, yes. I've heard about that notorious rush from Worcester over there.
Yeah, from Worcester to Upper. Worcester, Upper, Montpelier. There's got to be another one.
Here, hold on.
Well, there is.
Is there
I got to
another?
look, but boy, I should be able to think of it.
Here, I got it. When is that? August?
Yeah, it's September.
In September? Tuesday the 9th. No, Wednesday the 10th. Montpelier, Old Washington, Upper Sandusky.
I'd have never thought of that.
And Worcester, yeah. 4 in a day.
Here they come.
Here's the call of the second.
The year off and trotting, Buy Me a Boat goes trying for the lead. MJ's Peg's Prodigy on the outside, inside October Wind. I'm on a Jelly Roll is the trailer as they move around the turn to the back stretch. And with the lead, Buy Me a Boat MJ's Peg's Prodigy is there in a second. Over there in third, October Wind, the trailer, I'm on a Jelly Roll. As they move to the opening fraction here in the leader is Buy Me a Boat. Buy Me a Boat and Christopher Beaver out there and on the lead. MJ's Peg's Prodigy is there in second. Opening quarter 33-3. October Wind is third. And the trailer, I'm on a Jelly Roll. Now off stride went Buy Me a Boat. Buy Me a Boat made a break. As they come down here off the turn in front of the stands, MJ's Peg's Prodigy is on top. In their second, October Wind. Buy Me a Boat back down trotting third. I'm on a Jelly Roll is the trailer. Moving here by the half, where it's MJ's Peg's Prodigy 106-4. October Wind is there in second, and their third is Buy Me a Boat, the trailer. I'm on a Jelly Roll. They're off the turn. They're up the back stretch to press onto three quarters. And the leader, MJ's Peg's Prodigy, losing stride again, Buy Me a Boat. In their second, October Wind. Buy Me a Boat is again back down trotting with I'm on a Jelly Roll. Moving by three quarters, 137-4. In and around this final turn, MJ's Peg's Prodigy. October Wind is trying to get closer second. Buy Me a Boat in third. They're at the top of the stretch and a drive for the wire. MJ's Peg's Prodigy and Charles Bolin by 2. In their second, October Wind on the outside. Buy Me a Boat. It's MJ's Peg's Prodigy. MJ's Peg's Prodigy to win. Buy Me a Boat in for second, and October Wind was third. 2:08 4/5.
2:08-4, Michael, the winner of the 4, MJ's Peg's Prodigy. The 2-year-old bay-goated son of Long Tom out of the Pegasus Spare Mare. MJ Peg's of My Heart. Third win of the season for the winner. 2:08-4, fractions 33-3. Half and 106-4, three quarters 137-4. Earnings now over $10,000 on the year for MJ's Peg's Prodigy.
A completely different first half and back half of that one. 106-4 for the first half, and they came home in 102 last quarter in 31 seconds flat. I think the most interesting thing in the race is that Buy Me a Boat, the 3 with Chris Beaver, had 2 breaks and still ended up closing about 7 lengths on the stretch to get up for second there, unofficially. So that's one to keep an eye on.
Yes, a lot of speed. Just didn't know how to handle it yet. Made a couple breaks, but settled pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Both times got back up on stride pretty quick. So that's 3 wins for MJ's Peg's Prodigy so far in this very young season, and now 6 out of 7 in the money. And Doug pointed out the earnings, which is pretty impressive there, $3,500 for this race. So, yep, just about $10,000 in earnings. So congratulations to the Bolins. Charles owns this one, and that was good.
Yes.
That was good. Impressive. Should be making his way back here, I would think, pretty quickly. Where is that guy? Coming up the stretch. Here we go. Let's go up to Ayers for the winner circle presentation.
Coming back in front of the stands, winner of race number 2 for MJ's Peg's Prodigy, a 2-year-old bay-goated son of Long Tom. Out of MJ's Peg O' My Heart by Pegasus Spur. On by Charles Bolin, trained by James Bolin Jr. Charles Bolin, the winning driver, time of the mile 2:08-4. October Wind was third. I'm on a Jelly Roll fourth. Buy Me a Boat second. MJ's Peg's Prodigy, the winner. 3-4-2, 1 on the bottom, 33-3, 106-4, 137-4, 2:08 4/5. Our upcoming third race, we have Tyler Rush on the 1. Tyler Rush will drive the 1. In this race, a field of 4 for 2-year-old filly Pacers. Bring them out for race 3.
So those two divisions, a 4-second difference. First division 204 and 4, 208 and 4 in the second division. I don't think the track's getting slower. I think it's just a different class of horse.
But yeah, and the way it's set up, yes.
Third race is coming up next. That is the first division of the 2-year-old filly pace. Two divisions are each splitting the pot of $14,096. She's So Fast, one of the up and rising Me So Fast youngsters that's out on the track by Hank Levan, 5 out of 7 in the money. And we will go through these horses for you when we come back after a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins. Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
I think we're back. After you, sir. You start with that.
Roy James is with us today from Tiffin. He was our winner last year, attended most fairs. He'll be
Mr. Passport.
Mr. Passport. That's his new name. Now, he might lose that this year because he's got some competition.
Oh, he does. Yeah, there are
yeah.
some active players going to give him a run. But, yeah, we should really post the standings.
Yeah, he should. Roger Houston does the driver standings. Roger don't have enough to do. He could probably do that.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back, sir. Are you
He's
close?
a closer. He says
you're a closer. Okay, good.
It's just setting up for you. They're getting some hot fractions.
Well, it's a 60-mile race if you count all the fairs together, right? So you got plenty of time. Roy's on blanket duty
right now
today.
You're getting the 2-hole trip. What more do you want?
That's right. No, it's perfect.
Yep, he's right where he wants to be.
Absolutely. Shall we take a look at these fillies in the third here?
Yeah, you can go ahead with the one if you want.
Sure.
Michael.
Gordy's Last Chance is the one out of the Ron Steck barn. Tyler Rush has the reins today. Frederick Reed owns this homebred by Catch the Fire out of the 4-Star Shark filly Gordy's. It's had one start this year and broke at Hilliard last week, couple of qualifiers. Stayed flat for a nice qualifier. If you look at that 7-7 at Scioto Downs, race went in 59, came home in 28 and 3, so the horse definitely has some speed, and we'll see how Gordy's Last Chance does today.
Get a post parade with Ayers Ratcliffe.
Here are the horses on the track for race 3. Ohio Fair Racing Conference 2-year-old filly Pacers, purse $7,048. Tyler Rush is on the 1. That one is Gordy's Last Chance. Make that driver Tyler Rush. 2 is Sabine Sapienza. Wyatt Farmer aboard. 3, She's So Fast, and Hank Levan. 4 is Magical Evening, Kevin Snyder in the sulky. That's the field for the third race. Tyler Rush on 1.
Sabine Sapienza, Wyatt Farmer drives for Thomas Verne. This is a homebred owned by Tammy Ackley and Thomas Verne. Has 1 start, 1 win. That win was last week at Northfield Park in a non-winners. PC to mile, 1:59, final quarter, 30 seconds for Sabine Sapienza.
Number 3, She's So Fast. Hank Levan trains. Hank drives. Winchester Bay Acres in Orlando, Florida. Owns this Me So Fast filly from the Real Desire mare LOD. 7 starts this year, 4 second-place finishes, 1 third-place finish, earnings of $6,193. 5 out of 7 in the money so far this year. She's So Fast with Hank Levan.
Rounding out the field, the 4 Magical Evening. Kevin Snyder drives for Kim Daly. This is a $8,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. The 2-year-old bay filly by Zuma Kalade out of the Jenna's Beach Boy mare. Out of Magic has 2 starts on the year. Best outing was actually a 4th place finish in a qualifier at Scioto Downs where Magical Evening paced in 58 and 3.
The Summa Cum Laudes, the Me So Fast, the What the Hills, as always.
In range.
Seem to end range.
In range seems to be a big name right now on the trotting side.
Seem to be the rising 2-year-old so far.
In range, I think won 2 of the 3 races contested in the Next Generation.
Oh, wow.
Ronnie Gillespie, broke the track record that night.
Yep.
It was a bar or something. I can't think the name of what it was, but he broke the track record for 2-year-old colts in the Next Generation of 54. Went on to win at Northfield Park, but also Ronnie won a filly division, I believe, with another trotter in the
Next Generation.
In the Ohio Sire Stake at Northfield Park. So for the small stable Ronnie Gillespie has, he has some barn burners.
Oh, he absolutely does, yeah. Always admired how he handles youngsters, trotters in particular. I think he does a great job with. And that has got...
Starters calling in the horses for the third race. They approach the gate.
Training 2-year-old trotters, boys or girls, has got to be one of the more challenging, testing your patience kind of situations to be in. The horses are slowly approaching the starting gate up on the final turn. Still got one on the backstretch, making her way over there. And we'll be off shortly with the third. Again, this is the first division of 2 in a 2-year-old filly pace. Purse of
$7,048, a field of 4.
Echo.
2-year-old filly Pacers.
Let's send it up to Ayers for the call of
They
the
make
third.
their way to the top of the stretch for the third race, and here they come. They're off into pacing. Sabine Sapienza goes right out there to the lead. Gordy's Last Chance is there in second as they move around the turn, and Gordy's Last Chance has jumped off stride. Getting now in there to be second, She's So Fast. Then comes Magical Evening and Gordy's Last Chance after the break trails. On to that opening quarter they go, and it's Sabine Sapienza leading them by 2. She's So Fast is there in second. Magical Evening is third. And the trailer, Gordy's Last Chance. They're all now nose to helmet by the quarter and 32-1. So Wyatt Farmer has Sabine Sapienza out there and on the lead. She's So Fast and Hank Levan is there second. Kevin Snyder and Magical Evening third. Tyler Rush and Gordy's Last Chance trails. They move down here off the turn in front of the stands for the first time. Sabine Sapienza thus far has 1 start, 1 win, trying to remain undefeated. They're in second. She's So Fast. Magical Evening is third with Gordy's Last Chance. They went on by the half. In 103-4 on into the turn they go. Off stride again, Gordy's Last Chance, and the leader is Sabine Sapienza. Sabine Sapienza by a length and a half. She's So Fast is sticking to her in second. Magical Evening is third with Gordy's Last Chance. To 3/4 they go, and Sabine Sapienza by a length and 3/4. 133-3 and around the final turn. She's So Fast is now angled out of the pocket. These two will square off in the final quarter as they come to the top of the stretch. Sabine Sapienza maintains the lead. She's So Fast is their second. Magical Evening in third. Through the stretch they come. It's Sabine Sapienza. Sabine Sapienza from start to finish. She's So Fast finishing second. Magical Evening was third. 2:02 4/5.
That second half was going to be a whole lot different from the first. You gave the previous lines here on Sabine Sapienza, and I noticed that that win in the first and only lifetime start in 1:59 was on a sloppy track in Northfield, and it came home in 30 seconds. So
Came home in 59 today, back up in 59.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really impressive, this one. Again, the summa cum laudes are turning it on here today.
And this is a homebred. Tammy Ackley owns in partnership with Thomas Verne. Thomas Verne trains. Wyatt Farmer, the young 20-year-old Wyatt Farmer, gets the winning drive.
How good does that have to feel to probably watching this filly be born?
Yes.
Right?
That's nice. I like to mention when they're homebred.
Yeah,
and
to go through everything and then come out and win her first 2 races.
Yes.
That is, that's just got to be the greatest feeling. It's some great work, and they're getting a nice little crowd down in the winner's circle there for pictures with Brad Conrad. Sabine Sapienza.
Ayers did a good job spitting that name
Coming
out.
back in front of the stands after winning race 3, the 2, Sabine's Sapienza. Sabine Sapienza is a 2-year-old bay filly by summa cum laude. At a Sabine's filly by Dragon Again, owned by Thomas Verne and Tammy Ackley. Thomas Verne is the trainer. Wyatt Farmer, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:02-4. Gordy's Last Chance fourth. Sabine Sapienza, the winner. She's So Fast was second. Magical Evening third. 4-1-2-3 on the bottom. 32-1. 103-4. 133-3. 2:02-4. Upcoming 4th race, Tyler Rush is on the 1. Again, Tyler Rush is on the 1. Field of 4 in race 4. Bring them out for the 4th.
Michael, up next is the second division of this 2-year-old filly pace. This is for $7,048. If you're following along at home, Tyler Rush to drive the 1. Squaw. Tyler Rush, the 1. Here in the 4th. If you're following along at home, you can print a program off. Go to harnessracingohio.com. Mike and I will be back to take a look at the 4th race right after we pause for these important messages.
Nice job, Wyatt.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Back here at Marysville, Doug Ballinger, Michael Langer, Chris Santacanarina on the camera. Michael, a lot of great food but coming up the aisle here. French fries, hamburger, and we can smell the popcorn.
We can smell that
Buttered
fresh popcorn. It's got to be close.
It's somewhere close.
Yeah, it's got to be very close. It's got to be very close.
I'd like to thank these fine sponsors while we have a chance here that helped bring you today's card. Without them, this would not be possible. Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Midland Acres, CoverLink, Dublin Valley Farm, DAC Vitamin, Power Play Farm, Hickory Lane Farm, thestable.ca. A big thank you to all of these fine sponsors.
And the next race here at the Union County Fair at the Marysville Fairgrounds is the second division of the 2-year-old filly pace. Some pretty good performers in here so far. With these short fields, our introductions are done still with many minutes to go, so we'll just talk a little slower to fill the time.
Got to do what we got to do, don't we?
Yeah, we do. That we do. Let's start at the rail with Squaw. Tyler Rush of the bike for Ron Steck, a homebred from Frederick Reed in Delaware, Ohio. This is a lather-up 2-year-old filly from the pet rock mare, Gammy's Rockstar. She's had 2 starts this year and 1 third-place finish. Some really tough post positions for first 4 starts of her life. She was the 6-hole at Hilliard, 7th at a qualifier at Scioto, raced in Marion from the 2nd tier from the 6-hole, and qualified in Delaware from the 5-hole. So this is going to probably be pretty refreshing for trainer Ron Steck to see how his little lather-up girl can do here from the rail.
Hank Levan, the 2 Miso Fine. Hank also trains this 2-year-old bay filly by Miso Fast out of the Western Terrier Mare. Safe from Tear. Winchester Bay Acres, Orlando, Florida. Susie Tell owns. This is a homebred, bred by Big Bad Dan Tell Racing Stable. I think Dan's watching. A while ago I checked the Facebook listings, and Dan was watching. Miso Fine, 6 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds and a third, 10,000 on the year. Winner 201 and 3 at Ottawa. Last time out. Line to be announced on the 19th, but what the line we have at 7:14 at Hilliard finished second, paced a mile in 201 and 1. The 3 wins this year for Miso Fast came at Bellefontaine, Marion, and Ottawa.
Number 3 is Corfu. Cam McCown on the bike for Jessica McCown. The Tripoli Stable in Norridge, Illinois are the owners here, and they are the homebred owners. This is a Western Fame filly from the Corner Blitz mare, Grace Ann, 3 starts and 2/3. Post parade, and then Doug will tell us about the 4.
Here are the horses on the track for the 4th race. 2-year-old filly Pace for $7,048. Tyler Rush on 1. That 1 is Squall. Make that driver Tyler Rush. 2, Miso Fine with Hank Levan. 3 is Corfu with Cameron McCown. And the 4, Muscle Carlos, Kevin Snyder in the sulky. That's the field for the 4th race. Tyler Rush on 1.
And last but not least is the 4, Muscle Carlos, Kevin Snyder. Drives for owner-trainer Kim Daly, a $7,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. Muscle Carlos, the T.O. Bay Phillip, a muscle up out of the Crazed Mare. A la Rage, Kim Daly, Mechanicsburg, as we said, owns and trains. First career start, had a qualifier at Sauda Downs on the 14th of this month, just last week. Paced a mile in 2 minutes and 2/5. The 4, Muscle Carlos.
Yeah, Miso Fine, the 2, has really had so much more experience so far with 6 starts, just 1 start or 2 starts for the 1 horse, 3 starts for the 3 horse, and as Doug just pointed out, Muscle Carlos making her first lifetime start today. Best wishes to Kim Daly. I'm trying to find the comments here, but every time I pull it up, I'm getting...
I got mine up here. I'd like to say hello to Christine Adams in Finley. She's watching today. Frida Johnson. Thumbs up to Cam McCown for winning that first race of the day. Ted Howard watching here from Marysville. Georgia Miller from West Liberty. Justin Futz from Southern Georgia checks in. Scott Armatrout from Zanesville. Jay Wolf is watching. Jeff Nysonger watching. Sure we'll see Jeff Nysonger at the Shelby County Fair tonight in Sydney, Ohio. Tim Wilkins also checks in from his dump truck in Westerville, Ohio. He checks in.
Not while you're driving. Horses are moving up behind the starting gate. Top of the stretch. Let's send it up to Ayers for the 4th. This is 2-year-old filly Pace, 2nd division, purse of and $48. Here they come.
Purse $7,048. Field of 4 through the stretch for the 4th race, and here they come. They're off and pacing. Miso Fine goes looking for the lead. Corfu is on the inside. Muscle Carlos out there next, and Squall inside trailing as they move around the turn to the backstretch. Miso Fine is out there and with the lead. Corfu in 2nd. Pacing in 3rd is Squall in the trailer. Muscle Carlos traveling onto the opening quarter. And out there, that leader is Miso Fine. They're in 2nd, Corfu. Squall is there in 3rd. Muscle Carlos in 4th. Quarter 30 and 4/5. Around the turn they go. Me So Fine, the leader. In their second, Corfu. Squaw is in third with Muscle Carlos. They remain in single file. The 4 fillies come down here in front of the stands. Me So Fine and Hank Levan, they dictate the tempo. Corfu and Cameron McCown is their second. Squaw. Tyler Rush looks them over from third. The half 101 and 4. Kevin Snyder sees them all with Muscle Carlos. As they'll circle the turn to the backstretch. Me So Fine on the lead. Corfu in second. It's Squaw pacing third with Muscle Carlos. Off the turn up the backside onto 3/4 where Me So Fine starts to pour it on. Me So Fine now by 3. Corfu is there in second. Squaw is pacing third. 131 and 4 as they move around the final turn. Me So Fine the leader. Squaw is now up to second. Corfu is spit the bit in third as they come to the top of the stretch. On a drive for the wire and with the lead, Me So Fine. Me So Fine still the leader. Squaw is there in second, but Me So Fine, Me So Fast today. Squaw finishing second. Muscle Carlos was third. Time of the mile, 2:02, 1/5.
Effortless performance.
Yes.
For Me So Fine. Just a absolute.
The homebred for Winchester Bay Acres of Orlando, Florida. Teal Bay filly by Me So Fast out of the Western Tear Mare, safe from tear. Gets her 4th of the season.
Yeah, she's a good one. No question about it.
They're now right at probably 14,000
yeah,
on the season.
14,000 in earnings so far for this homebred. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely strong as can be. Simple win. They pretty much sat the same all the way around the track. Miso took the lead at the start. Corfu was second.
Back half in a minute, 2/5 for Me So Fine.
Yeah, tight on the reins too. Pretty good win, very solid. Miso on her way back to the winner's circle here in a minute.
Hank Levan gets his first of the day, 3rd of the meet here at Marysville. I believe that will give Hank his 45th winning drive on the fair season here in 2025.
202 and 1. They beat the first division by 3/5 of a second. Here comes Hank down at the top of the stretch, making his way back with this really pretty filly too. Just looked really solid out there from the very beginning. You know, 7th lifetime start to have a horse look that confident all the way around the track.
Oh, yeah,
and
she looked very confident. She just opened up pretty much under her hand drive coming home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Winning the 4th race, the 2, Me So Fine. Me So Fine, a 2-year-old. Bay filly by Me So Fast out of Safe Forum Terror by Western
she
Terror.
wants to keep going.
On my Winchester Bay Acres, Hank Levan trains and is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:02 and 1.
Dan and Susie Tell in the winner's circle. Winchester Bay Acres.
Squaw was second. Me So Fine the winner. Corfu was 4th and Muscle Carlos 3rd. 2-1-4, 3 on the bottom, 30 and 4/5. 101 and 4, 131 and 4, 202 and 1.
Me So Fine, 202 and 1.
Did he give us a 3/4 airs?
I don't think so.
I think he did, and I didn't get it. Mile was 2:02 and 1. Back half in a minute and 2/5.
Good one to keep an eye on when we get to a wagering fair track, huh?
Yes.
Upcoming 5th race, put Ronnie Gillespie on the 1. Ronnie Gillespie on 1. Emmanuel Miller on 5. Emmanuel Miller on 5. Field of 5 for the upcoming 5th race. 3-year-old filly trotters. Bring them out for the 5th.
Okay, 5th race is coming up next. The first division for 3-year-old filly trotters. The two divisions share a purse of $13,606. And we've got some pretty good performers in here, and we will introduce our fine audience to these fine fillies when we come back after a short break from our sponsors. Be right back.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
We are back at the Union County Fair in Marysville. Been a nice day of racing so far.
Yes, we got 4 down, 5 to go. Both of our leading, as we mentioned earlier, we talk about the leading drivers, leading trainers, Roy James and Rich Miller. Our Mr. Passport is Roy James. Rich Miller right now leads the way. He just checked in. He's been to 16 county fairs now, 28 stations. The 2 stations he missed was the opening day at Paulding and the day at Lebanon, because he was here that day where they were.
That's overly impressive.
Yes.
It's crazy. But it's nice to love something so much and have the opportunity to be able to do it as often as he can. That's
we
cool.
might run this by the board. They got a board meeting tomorrow, the OHHA directors. Since Roy James is here today, been here 2 days, and presenting blankets, should he get an extra sticker?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know what? Let's wait until the end, and if it's close, we'll see what we can get out of him to give him a...
So,
no, it's great. It's
Roy,
a great program.
Are you going? You're not going to Sydney tonight, are you? You're not going. Okay. Tomorrow.
You want to buy a sticker?
Selling stickers.
I wouldn't do that to Susan's excellent program. This is just such a great thing that she's come up with.
Stickers.
Yeah, exactly.
Scalp and stickers.
So funny. Let's take a look at the horses here in the 5th. Doug, you want to start us off?
Well, Michael, our 5th race is 3-year-old filly trotters. First division, total purse $13,606. This division is going to go for $6,803. Ronnie Gillespie picks up the drive on the 1. Peter Butter Cupcake.
Cute.
3-year-old bay filly by Uncle Peter out of the Master Levesque mare. ML Cupcake. Chad Sloan and Herbert Hall own. 11 starts in the year, a win, a second, 2/3. 11,761. Right at 20,000 lifetime, a mark earlier on the year, 58-3 at Northfield Park.
Number 2 is Fancy Prize. Casey Kelly on the bike. Roy Burns trains. Melissa and Roy out of Milford Center own this Enterprise filly from the classic photo mare, Photo Savvy. It's had 3 starts so far this year. 1 first place finish, that was at Wellston at 2:08. And 1 third place finish. That was the last start in Washington Courthouse last week. 2 out of 3 in the money, $4,000 in earnings so far. And it was a $7,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale.
Here are the horses on the track for the 5th race. Ohio Fair Racing Conference 3-year-old filly trotters per $6,803. Put Ronnie Gillespie on the 1, Emmanuel Miller on 5. 1 is Peanut Butter Cupcake. Make the driver Ronnie Gillespie. 2, Fancy Prize. Casey Kelly aboard. 3, Annie L. with Hank Levan. 4, Money Shot. Luke Henners. And the 5, Triumph Over You. Driver change Emmanuel Miller in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race. Ronnie Gillespie on 1, Emmanuel Miller on 5.
Is Annie L. This is named after our announcer, Ayers Ratcliffe's daughter, Annie. She's sitting right off to our left. Owned by Ayers' wife, Heidi. In partnership with the Levan Stable and Megan Levan, Hank trains. 3-year-old bay fella by Long Tom. Looking for a second win of the year. Has 15,000 this year, 54,000 lifetime. Last time out was second at Bucyrus, trotting a mile, 2 minutes and 3/5.
Number 4 is Money Shot. Luke Hanners, I still have. Luke was somebody drove for Luke in one of the earlier races. I don't know if he's here or if we missed a change. Anyway, Money Shot is trained by Rory Moore, who owns and bred this muscle up the goal filly out of the Cash Hall mare, Rapid Cash. Pretty good start to the year. If they keep this gal flat, she's good. She's had 4 starts, 2 second-place finishes. Got parked out in 104 and a piece in the middle half at Washington Courthouse, but still came home in 29-3 for a second-place finish. A couple of breaks the 2 weeks before that, and a second-place finish after qualifiers at Circleville. So we'll see. I didn't hear a change. Hopefully Luke's out there somewhere.
I think Luke is. Yeah, that looks like Luke from here.
Yep, it does. Absolutely.
And Emmanuel Miller, Michael drives a 5, Triumph Over You. Chris Beaver trains. $37,000 yearling purchase. Owned by Beaver, G. Maines, V. Fleming, and SJZ handler. Has a win this year. 135,000 lifetime for Triumph Over You. Field of 5 headed to the gate. Let's send it over to Ayers Ratcliffe to give us a call.
Field of 5 make their swing to the top of the stretch per $6,803, and here they come. Money Shot on a break. They're off and trotting and going out there. Triumph Over You wants the lead. Fancy Prize there in second. Along the inside, Peanut Butter Cupcake. Then it's Annie L in 4th and the trailer. Money Shot losing stride. Peanut Butter Cupcake. So they will now move on into the backstretch. And out there with the lead, it's Triumph Over You by 2. Fancy Prize there in second. Annie L is third. In their fourth, Money Shot, the trailer, Peanut Butter Cupcake. They went by the opening fraction. Triumph Over You and Manny Miller's out there and on the lead. Opening quarter, 30 3/5. Fancy Prize there in second. It's Annie L in third. Over there fourth is Money Shot, the trailer off stride again, Peanut Butter Cupcake. Moving off the turn down here in front of the stands, the leader, Triumph Over You. Fancy Prize still in second. Annie L looks them over from third. Money Shot trying to tighten in fourth with Peanut Butter Cupcake. They went by the half in 1:01 4. On into the turn they go. And out there with the lead, Triumph Over You. In second, Fancy Prize. Annie L is third. In their fourth, Money Shot. They're off the turn. They're up the back stretch. On their way to 3/4. The leader is Triumph Over You. Fancy Prize in second. Annie L is now starting to crank it up on the outside in third. Over there fourth is a Money Shot, moving by 3/4. And it's Triumph Over You in 1:32. Annie L is there in second. Fancy Prize is third. Money Shot in fourth as they make their way to the top of the stretch. And the leader, Triumph Over You. Annie L is still in second. Trying to move into third is Money Shot as they come to the wire. Triumph Over You. Triumph Over You will win. Annie L finishing second. Money Shot is third. Time of the mile, 2:01.
Triumph Over You, the trio Bay filly by Triumphant Caviar out of the Andover Hall mare. Can't Get Over You, second of the season. Earnings now lifetime, $139,000 for Triumph Over You.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. I mean, Manny got to the front before they even got halfway through the first turn from the 5-hole.
She was pretty tough, going to be pretty tough to beat. Had raced earlier in the year in the Sire Stake, had a fourth place finish on the 5th of July. Ohio Sire Stakes on the 7th of June. Finished 5th at Northfield Park.
Another check then. Yeah, there's where that's where those big numbers come from. This horse was purchased for $37,000 to the Ohio Select Sale, and as Doug said, has earned $135,000 so far in her fairly young life, with only 22 lifetime starts. So she's averaging some pretty good money every time a horse gets behind the gate. So congrats to Chris and Mains and Zeeland Handlers. I don't see a lot of Triumphant Caviars, but the ones that do come out are pretty nice.
That's one of the trotting breeds. Well, he's mainly a trotting guy, Chris Beaver. He has a lot of Triumphant Caviars.
Chris made his
back in front of the stands after winning the 5th race.
Circle.
5, Triumph Over You. 3-year-old Bay filly by Triumphant Caviar, and it Can't Get Over You by Andover Hall. On my CF Beaver. Mains, Fleming, and Stephen Z. Handler. Christopher Beaver is the trainer. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver, 2:01. Peanut Butter Cupcake was 5th. Fancy Prize 4th. Annie L 2nd. Money Shot was 3rd. Triumph Over You the winner. 5-4-2-3-1. 30 3/5. 101 4. 132. 2:01.
Way to go, Manny.
Well,
race 6 is next. Here in the
Chris
6th race, 3-year-old
Chris
filly
was listed to
trotters.
drive his own horse.
Yes.
No change here in race 6. Bring them on the track for the 6th race. Move them out. Race 6.
Up next, 6th race, 3-year-old filly trotters. This is the second division. This division for $6,803. I have no changes as yet. Field of 6 would be JB Flex, Speed of an Angel, Bank It, Madam L, and Strike a Pose. We'll be back to take a look at all 6 of these 3-year-old filly trotters right after this.
Xenia, Ohio is the largest city in America. that begins with the letter X. Xenia, which means hospitality in Greek, is a county seat of Greene County. You can go kayaking in the Narrows Preserve or hiking in the Sarah Lee Arnovitz Nature Reserve and grab some fresh foods at Jackson's Farm Market. Take a round of golf at the WGC Golf Course. Take a hike biking on Greene County Greenways. Be sure you get to the Greene County Fair from July 27th through August 2nd. Enjoy the Ohio Colt Racing Association's 2 days of competition on Wednesday, July 30th and Thursday, July 31st. Host time for both days is at 6:30 p.m. because in Greene County, X, as in Xenia, marks a spot.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Well, we're back here at Marysville, the Union County Fair. It's on to the 6th race. No drivers have doubled up on the day. Same way on the training side. No trainers doubling up. 6th race is up next. 3-year-old filly trot for $6,803. But before we get to these 6th race trotters, Michael and I have a special guest. Deb Rush is here. She's doing some work for the Ohio Fair Racing Conference. But Deb, we want to talk to you about partial ownership. You're mainly involved with the stable.ca.
I am. I bought my first horse in 2020. That was one. Then I got two, and then I got up to about 15 or 20. It's quite enjoyable. It's like a way to get into horse racing without having to
spend a lot of money. But you do have to pay a training bill.
Right. You pay a training bill.
And it's not much because, for instance, let's say I bought the horse for $50,000, and I'm going to keep half the ownership, so that's $25,000. Can I sell 25 shares for $1,000 a share? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, that's the best part about it. Or 50 shares at 500, you know. And the best thing about, I had some participation in a ownership program a couple of years ago that Diamond Creek was running. It didn't last very long, but I follow the stable.ca. And what they do that separates them from the other fractional people is that there's constant training videos, entries, interviews.
Yeah. Anthony does. He keeps everybody informed. We get videos at least once a day or every other day. Really? He has videos when the horses are training down. All the 2-year-olds, you get to watch them. We have open houses where you can come and watch your horses. You know, qualifiers, all that. He's been good. When I bought my first horse, like I said, in 2020, then the next year I lost my husband. So this is what has kept me going. I gave me something to do because instead of sitting home by myself all the time. And so not that I don't have enough to do because I work at a lot of county fairs as a charter and clerk.
So do you try to get to the tracks to watch them race?
Yeah, I hardly ever miss.
Many?
Now, I missed last night. I had 2 of them in the Buckeye
Stallion Series.
Yeah, Stallion Series at Northfield. And I had to be at Mount Vernon working, so I couldn't go. But I watched it as I.
What's some of your stars that you have racing this year? Some of your top ones?
This year? I don't know if we have a star. Uncle Danny was real good early. He's had a couple issues. I don't know. He got sick and whatever. So him and Supermind are 2-year-old colt trotters. They've both been in 56 at the Meadows. I got a filly that won last night, Judy's Money. That was her second Stallion Series win. So
are all the horses stabled up at Northfield?
The majority of them, but we have horses at the Meadows. We have horses in Canada still. We
Thought
have
so, yeah.
There's even some in New York, New Jersey. There's
right.
some in where is it? Australia or somewhere.
Oh, in New Zealand. Yeah, he
New
has
Zealand.
horses down under. Yep, that's
Deb,
right.
rough. I know it's just a ballpark figure. How many would you say that the stable.ca would have in the fractional ownership? Would it maybe be 50,
probably
75 different people or more than that?
Oh, no. You mean total owners?
Total. I mean, just that you would think it maybe is in their partnership in the stable.ca.
Oh, there's
there's
hundreds.
like
Hundreds.
800 or
Oh,
more.
really?
Yeah. We got owners in all different countries.
You make a lot of new friends.
Oh, yeah. I've learned, I've met a lot of people. It's quite enjoyable. I mean, like I said, I hardly ever miss a race. I've been to the Meadows. I've been all over the place to watch them. And
it's the coolest thing about it is that, you know, you get to watch them wherever they are.
Right.
You know, you can have a small piece. So you said you got a piece of about 20 of them right now?
Well, I did have. Anthony sold off a few of them, but and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, so you get to
when
watch
he sells them off, you get a check then to reinvest.
Right. Yeah, I never take any money out of it. I leave it in there to pay the training bill on the next month.
And you're just having fun.
And you hope that you just have enough
to break even.
Make enough to pay the training bill.
Right. You got to win a couple of grand circuits to get a good check at the end of the year. You know, you're not in it to make millions. You're in it to have fun and to get to watch your horse.
He says you're not going to own a little and love it a lot.
That's right. That's right.
JB Flex with Casey Kelly. 2, Speed of an Angel, Emmanuel Miller up. 3 is Bank It and Austin Henners. 4, Madam L, Hank Levan. And the 5, Strike a Pose, Luke Henners in the sulky. That's the field for the 6th race. No change. Race 6.
At our post parade, we're joined by Deb Rush. She's involved with the Stable.ca, and Stable.ca is one of our great sponsors for the last several years, and this year they sponsor about every night. They do a great job, so we want to give them some credit and a shout out. And Deb, let's continue. I know a couple years ago you had several winners at Delaware one day.
Oh,
didn't you?
yeah, that was amazing. I think we had 4 or 5 wins.
Purple people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I was there. I remember that.
Yeah, we had Swinging Senorita. I've had a lot of good ones. Irresistible Sun. He got claimed about 2 months ago at Northfield. I was sad about that, but you know, Anthony always says you got to put them in where they can win. They got to be competitive.
So in an average week during peak season, like now through early fall, of the horses that you have ownership or a piece of ownership in, you'll have anywhere from 2 to 5 of them racing every week.
I had 2 in Saturday night. I had 2 in Monday night, and I got 3 in on Wednesday night.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
You know, that's just the best.
I know I ran into you at Sourdough Downs. It was the 5th of July at Next Generation. Did you have 1 or 2
I
in there?
had 2 in there. We didn't pan out too good there, but, you know.
Tough races.
They are tough, but all my horses, all my 2-year-olds have made it to the races.
Okay.
You know, they might not be, world breakers.
Do you have anything racing in Sire Stakes this year?
Yeah, 3 of them in Wednesday night at Northfield in the 2-year-old Colt trot.
Wow.
Emerald Tom, Uncle Danny, and Supermine.
Okay. I know last night.
No, go ahead, Doug. Sorry.
Kevin Sittebush, you know Kevin very well, I'm sure. He's part of the stable, and he had one in last night with Horseplay Racing Stable. Nelly Up won and broke the track record actually at Tiffin.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. And that's what he said. He just loves the partial ownership.
Yep, it's a lot of fun, and like I said, I couldn't afford to own a horse on my own, and altogether I don't even own half a horse, but I still got the enjoyment of watching them race. So
It's the best. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for
sitting
stopping
with
by.
us.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the
Thank
year.
you.
Thank you.
They're at the gate for the 6 3-year-old filly trotters. Let's send it over to Ayers Ratcliffe.
They're off and trotting. Speed of an Angel is off stride. And going out there looking for the lead, Bankit. Bankit is now jumped it off stride. Also off stride, Strike a Pose. Also off stride, Madam L. So the only one down trotting is JB Flex. As Philly Trotters, they do run. They do run as they move on up the back stretch. So JB Flex with the lead. Speed of an Angel is there in second over their third, Strike a Pose. Then you have Bankit and Madam L. Traveling on to the opening quarter here where JB Flex is out there in 31-3. Speed of an Angel is there in second over their third. Comes a Strike a Pose. Off stride at the back, Madam L. As they now come off the turn and down here in front of the stands the first time, the leader, JB Flex. In there to be second, Speed of an Angel. Then comes Strike a Pose with Bankit and Madam L. So it is Casey Kelly saying, follow me, boys, as they move on here. In 102-4 into the turn they go. JB Flex on the lead. Speed of an Angel is there in second. Strike a Pose in third. Over there fourth, Beckett with Madam L. They're now moving up the back stretch. The leader, JB Flex, to the outside. Speed of an Angel is trying to now reel in the leader, but JB Flex thus far hanging tough. Speed of an Angel is out there in second. Third on the inside, Strike a Pose. 3/4 home in 132. Around the final turn, JB Flex on the lead. On the outside, Speed of an Angel. Strike a Pose in third. Off stride again. Bank it. They come to the top of the stretch. JB Flex fights for the lead. Outside, Speed of an Angel. Far outside, Strike a Pose. JB Flex tries to hold on here, and it's JB Flex. JB Flex will win. Strike a Pose finishing second. Speed of an Angel was third. Time of the mile, 2:04-3.
Casey Burns Kelly, the daughter of Roy Burns. Roy and her finished in a dead heat here at.
Is that
this
right?
This is their hometown county fair. Finished first in a dead heat.
Wow. Did it look like they were trying for that, or it just worked out that way?
I think it just worked out.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, JB Flex all the way.
Yes.
That's what happens when you stay flat. And everybody else is so many lengths behind you. I mean, Speed of an Angel stayed flat, I think, the whole race, too. But when the horses broke in front of Manny, he was like 10 lengths off before the quarter, so didn't really have much of a chance to get back into it. And didn't have enough left at the stretch to make a run for it. But Strike a Pose with Luke Hanners, I think, broke twice.
Yes.
And came back really strong in the final quarter here to get up for second place finish, which in a purse for $6,800, you know, that's a $1,600 check. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice move there to get up for second place.
And here's another homebred. This is a homebred for Roy and Joan Burns of Milford Center, the 3-year-old brown filly by Flex the Muscle out of the Jarnbro mare, Touch of Bing.
So Deb Rush, right? So
yeah,
we just
Deb Rush, yes.
And Tyler was driving. Is there a relation there? Do we know?
I don't know, but
is Tyler related to you?
I didn't think
okay,
so. Okay,
different Rushes. Well, there's all kinds of different Rushes. Rush Limbaugh. Rush to the grocery store before it closes. Rush to the racetrack to get your bet in on time.
Rush to the betting window.
Rush to the betting window. Don't get shut out. 2:04 and 3 last half in 1:01 and 4.
Casey taking her time walking back. We got a golf cart
Full
of people
yeah.
coming back.
Is that
here.
right?
Yep.
Oh boy, we sure do. Look at that one.
Front of the stands after winning race number 6, one
let's
JB
do a head
Flex.
count here.
3-year-old Brown Filly by
3,
Fear
4,
Flex
5,
the Muscle.
6.
At a touch of
I
bling
got,
by
8
DeJarmbro, owned by
adults
Roy
and
and
4
Joan
youngsters.
Burns. Roy Burns trains Casey
And a
Kelly,
horse,
the
an
winning
owner, and a
driver.
trainer, and a driver.
Time of the mile, 2:04 and 3.
Father Roy at
JB
the
Flex, the
horse.
race winner. Speed of an Angel was third. Bank at fifth. Madam L fourth. Strike a Post second. Recheck top down. 13542. 31 and 3. 102 and 4. 132. 204 and 3.
As mentioned earlier, Father Roy is at the head of the horse. Roy, an OH.
Upcoming is seventh race. 3-year-old Colt Pace. We now have Luke Henners driving the one as programmed. Luke Henners
Casey's
driving
little
the
girl, I
one
believe, sitting
as
on the
programmed.
cart
We have Austin
with her
Henners on
mother.
the 2.
You see
Harrison
the little
Levan
boys
on
with their
6.
fathers.
Yeah.
Field
Very
of
see a
7
little-
for the
very seldom
upcoming
see a
7th
little
race.
girl
Bring them out
with their mother
for the
Right.
7th.
the winning horse. I believe Casey is in education, maybe. Is a teacher. Well, Micah, we're rolling right along here. On to the 7th race, first division of the 3-year-old Colt Pace. Total purse of $13,896. This division for $6,948. I have Jason Beatty to drive the 1. Scene Gray. Harrison Levan will drive the 6. Rockin' Alibi Special.
And Austin Hanners.
And
Austin Hanners on the 2.
Austin Henners to drive the 2.
You know, it's nice that some of these regulars at Scioto, still make an effort to come out for some of these daytime fair racings when they know they can get back to the big track in time for the evening session. We appreciate their coming out here.
Well, we'll be back to take a look at these 3-year-old Colt Pacers for the first division right after this.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Ohio Fair Racing Conference action coming at you today from Marysville, Ohio, the Union County Fair. Going to have our post parade shortly. Field of 7, first division, 3-year-old Colt pace. This division for $6,948. A field of 7, the 1 Sing Gray. Jason Beatty picks up the drive for trainer Ryan Miller. Miller Racing Stable, Amazing Racing Stable of Ohio own. $60,000 Ohio Select purchase 2 years ago. $35,000 lifetime, 6 career wins. Took a mark as a 2-year-old at 154-4. The 1 Sing Gray. Number 2 is Journey's Sharp Edge. Ron Steck trains. Austin Hanners drives. Homer Gordon Brookhart and Ronald Steck of Marengo. 3-year-old Bagel to the son of Do Me That Again out of this Dragon Again mare out of Storm. 5 career wins. 28,000 lifetime. Mark earlier this year. 153-3 at Sauda Downs.
Number 3, Serious Colt. You didn't see me sneak back in. Hank Levan drives and trains. Ownership Levan Stables and Richard Freese. Fear the Dragon gelding from the Sun Beach Somewhere mare. Serious Philly was a $15,000 purchase. And is 4 out of 11 this year. A mark at 203 in Ottawa. Had 6 hole last week at Bucyrus. Racing pretty good. Checks every week so far this year for this guy.
Clifton Bell, the 4, Bossa Nova Star. We'll talk about him right after this.
Here are the horses on the track for race 7. Ohio Fair Racing Conference 3-year-old Colt Pacers per $6,948. 1 Seeing Gray, Luke Hanners will drive as programmed. 2 is Journey Sharp Edge, make the driver Austin Hanners. 3 Serious Colt, Hank Levan. 4 Bossa Nova Star, Clifton Bell. 5 is Mama Said Zip It with Curtis Harper. 6 Rockabully Special, make that driver Harrison Levan. And the 7 Catch the Express, Ronnie Gillespie in the sulky. That's the field for the 7th race. Austin Hanners on 2, Harrison Levan on 6.
Number 4, Bossa Nova Star, Clifton Bell for Jeffrey Short. Short owns. $8,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 3-year-old Bagel to son of Well Said out of the 4-star Shark mare. Mega Star, 6 starts on the year, has 1 second, 2,500 this year. Yet to find a winner circle in 2 starts, 12,425 lifetime. Second place finish, only beaten a half length at Bucyrus for Bossa Nova Star. That was last week. Pacing a mile, 159-3.
Number 5, Mama Said Zip It. Mike Sweeney trains. Curtis Harper in the bike. Marjorie Dushetsky, North Branch, Michigan, owns this Racing Hill gelding from the Rock and Roll Hanover mare, Mama Rock. 8 starts this year, just 1 win so far, but it was a good one because the earnings are $8,000. A 6th place finish. Been racing at Scioto Downs for good money, $13,000 in non-winners last couple of weeks, and started off the season in the Nappy and the Sire Stakes and the Buckeye Stallion Series, just really kind of going after it here. Probably back down in the competition level. It'll be comfortable for this gelding who's been racing in 52 and 53 every week in the last 6 weeks. So Mama Said Zip It, Curtis Harper.
Number 6 is a 3-year-old Bagel to son of Dancing Yankee. Rockabally Special, Harrison Levan for Joe Paver. This is a homebred. Dennis Paver and Joe Paver own of Marysville and Raymond. 2 starts yet to, yes, did hit the board. Had a 2nd place finish. That was the last time out at Oak Harbor. Pacing a mile, 2:05 3/5.
At number 7, as the horses head to the top of the stretch, is Catch the Express. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives. The owner is a name you may be familiar with, Mr. Sam Bowie in West Palm Beach, Florida. 5 out of 8 this year and a mark of 56-2 at Miami Valley. Let's go to Ayers for the call of the 7th, 3-year-old Colt Pace.
They're off and pacing. Mama Said Zip It from the outside, but 4 wide moving into the turn. Along the inside, Seeing Gray. Right there, too, is Journey Sharp Edge. Out there in 3 wide is Bossa Nova Star. Off stride went Rockabilly Special as they move on up the back stretch. And wanting the lead, Bossa Nova Star in their second, Seeing Gray. It's Journey Sharp Edge who's there in third. In their fourth, Catch the Express. Next, it's Mama Said Zip It, opening quarter, 27-4. Into the turn they go. Next, we find Serious Colt, but he's really a gelding. And the trailer is Rockabilly Special. They now swing off the turn and come down here in front of the stands, trying to reclaim the lead, Seeing Gray. Instant pressure on the outside, Catch the Express. Catch the Express is up to confront Seeing Gray. Moving up now is a Journey Sharp Edge. They went by the half with Catch the Express here in 57-3. Into the turn they go. Catch the Express on the outside. Journey Sharp Edge. Seeing Gray is at the wood third. Bossa Nova Star is there in fourth as they're into the back stretch. Pressing on to 3/4. Mama Said Zip It is to the outside. Then comes Serious Colt with the Rockabilly Special. To 3/4 they go, and the leader is Catch the Express. Journey Sharp Edge on the outside, 127-1. Seeing Gray is at the rail. Mama Said Zip It is trying to fly high and there to the top of the stretch. Also coming on, Serious Colt. They turn for home. Catch the Express with the lead. Journey Sharp Edge in second. Outside Serious Colt, inside Seeing Gray. It is Catch the Express. Catch the Express will win. Tight for place. Time of the mile, 1:56, 3/5.
Back half of 59, flat. Really impressive.
57-3, 127-1. Catch the Express, owned by the great basketball player Samuel Bowie, West Palm Beach, Florida. 3 Obey Go to Center, Catch the Fire. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives. Catch the Express, second win of the season. Back-to-back wins last week at Oak Harbor. 156-4, 56-3 here at Marysville.
10 out of 16 lifetime, earnings now of about $41,000. Hope you're watching, Sam. You got a nice gelding there. And Ronnie Gillespie doing a great job from that second tier. To get into fourth place by the time they got to the first quarter, and really just got to the front by the half and was pretty much done from there. So congrats to Ronnie, who trains and drives his Catch the Fire gelding, and to owner Sam Bowie. If Sam was in the winner's circle, we'd notice him.
Yes, we would.
Had that
he
pleasure
was at
a couple of
Greenville,
times.
I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've seen Sam at the racetrack
7-3-2, 7-3-2,
at
race
the
7.
Meadowlands a couple of times as well. Super nice. Always has time to talk to anybody that wants to talk.
Back
to
in
him.
front of the
Really
stands
great.
after winning the 7th race, 7 Catch the Express. 3-year-old bay-gooded son of Catch the Fire. Out of Avalon, Hanover by Big Jim, owned by Samuel Bowie. Ronnie Gillespie trains and drives. Time of the mile, 156-3. Seeing Gray was fourth. Journey Sharp Edge third. Serious Colt second. Bossa Nova Star was sixth. Mama Said Zip It fifth. Rockabilly Special seventh. Catch the Express, the winner. 4-3-2, 6-5-7-1, 27-4, 57-3, 127-1, 156-3.
Yes, nice colt. 2 in a row now for the winner. 8th race up next, Michael. Second division of this 3-year-old colt pace. 6,948, a field of 7. We'll be back to talk about these 7 right after this.
The late double.
Bring them on the track for the 8th race. Move them out for race 8. In this race with Tyler Rush on the 2. Scratch the 3. Tyler Rush on 2. Scratch the 3.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead, sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. For over 100 years, the values at CoverLink Insurance have been clear. Do the right thing. These values have been at the forefront of what we do, and that will never change. At CoverLink Insurance, you're a person, not a policy. We're here to get you the right coverage: home, auto, business, and farm. CoverLink covers you, your family, and your business. Trusted advice and solutions to protect what matters most. Great service from great people. CoverLink Insurance.
Hey, we're back live here at the Union County Fair in Marysville, Ohio. Michael Langer working with Doug Ballinger today. Eighth race is coming up next. Just got a posting regarding the upcoming Hambletonian, which is the 100th edition of the Hambletonian. Eliminations begin on July 26th. There are 21 horses entered, and Hambletonian Oaks will also have 3 eliminations. So they'll take the top 3 from each of the 3 eliminations, and then the 4th place finisher with the highest lifetime earnings. The Hambletonian final is a $1 million purse. The Hambletonian Oaks final is a $500,000 purse. And there's some pretty impressive names in here: Super Chapter, Montserrat, Maryland, Hidalgo, Chimpanzee Dancer, Emoticon Legacy, and the Hambo, and in the Oaks, A Perfect Annie, Champagne Problems from Nancy Tactor Barn, Deja Blue, RCC, Our Duchess, John Butensheen, Sound Judgment. Yeah, the Hambo should be pretty special this weekend, particularly as they're celebrating the 100th anniversary of the event. The 8th race here in Marysville is coming up next. This is a 3-year-old Colt Pace, the second division of 2, with a purse of $6,948. From the rail out, number 1 is Rose Run All-Star. Darren Dowler drives and trains and owns, along with Bettler, Ratcliffe, and Don Tiger. 5 starts this year, 1 second-place finish. Let's go to Ayers for the post parade. We'll be back with the
Here are the
rest
horses for the 8th race. 3-year-old Colt Pace, purse $6,948. Put Austin Hanners on the 2 and scratch the 3. 1 is Rose Run All-Star, Darren Dowler. 2 already won. Make that driver Austin Hanners. The 3 is out. 4 is Waffles again, SBGR with Curtis Harper. 5, Woodrow Blue Chip, Jason Beatty. 6, Eddie Nine Toes, Hank Levan. And the 7, Sabine's Legend, Wyatt Farmer, in the sulky. That's the field for the 8th race. Austin Hanners on 2, Scratch the 3.
Tack Rocket, 8 starts this year and 2 second-place finishes. Number 3 is Scratch. Number 4, Waffles again, SBGR, which is the Saved by Grace Ranch out of Dayton that owns this Western Vintage gelding from the Cam Luck mare, Warm Waffles. 10 starts this year at 3 third-place finishes. Number 5, Woodrow Blue Chip, Jason Beatty for Ryan Miller. Miller Racing Stable, Red Racer, Roger Miller, Jeff Banke, and Rufinock share ownership of this lather-up gelding by the American Ideal mare, Onassis Blue Chip. 8 out of 9 in the money this year, a mark of 52 and 3 at Scioto Downs. That's just with 1 win, $56,000 in lifetime earnings. The horse was a $57,000 purchase, so a check today, and they'll cover their cost, except for food and training and, everything else that goes into this wonderful sport. Number 6, Eddie Nine Toes, the Miso Fast gelding by the Western Terror mare, Safe from Terror. Hank Levan on the bike, trains Winchester Bay Acres, owns 7 out of 11 in the money, $13,400, and a really impressive win last week, Bucyrus in 55 and 1. And number 7, Sabine's Legend, Tom Verney, Wyatt Farmer, Tammy Ackley. It's a homebred, bit of a legend gelding, Dragon Again mare, Sabine's filly. They had a win earlier today in a start. This combination of owner, trainer, and driver. This one's 3 starts this year. Had 1 win, first start of the year, back on June 24th. This is pretty impressive, guys. Broke at the start, was 8th at the quarter by 8 lengths, 8 at the half on the outside by 7 lengths, 7th at the 3/4, 3 wide by 4.5 lengths, top of the stretch 3rd, and won by 1 1/4 lengths. The last quarter timing of 28, but you can take a second off of that.
Starter is calling in the horses for the 8th race, 3-year-old Colt Pacers. They approach the start.
And 2 at 26 to 1. So the Verneys and the Farmers and the Tammy Ackley bred, bit of a legend horses, are doing really, really well. We'll keep an eye on the 7 here and see how it goes. 3-year-old Colt Pace, $6,948. This is the 8th. We've only got 1 more after this one.
Per $6,948, a field of 6.
For the call of the 8th.
Move to the top of the stretch, and here they come. Already 1 on a break. They're off and pacing from the outside, Woodrow Blue Chip. Along the inside, Rose Run All-Star. In between them is Waffles again, SBGR, as they move into the backstretch. Then we have Eddie Nine Toes in 4th. As they continue on here to the opening quarter, over there to be 5th, already won the trailer, Sabine's Legend. To the opening quarter, and out there with the lead, it's a Woodrow Blue Chip there in 2nd. Is a Waffles again, SBGR, 29 and 2. Rose Run All-Star is there in 3rd. Pacing in there to be 4th is Eddie Nine Toes. Over there next is already won with Sabine's Legend. As they straighten away and move down here to the half. And out there with the lead, with them on top, is a Woodrow Blue Chip to the outside. Here comes Eddie Nine Toes. Eddie Nine Toes is up to challenge for the top spot. Over there to be third now is Already Won. Fourth at the rail is Waffles Again, SBGR, the half at a minute. 1 minute, 4/5 to halftime. And there to be next is a Rose Run All-Star with Sabine's Legend. They're into the backstretch. On their way to three-quarters, Woodrow Again. Over there in second, Eddie Nine Toes. Pacing third, Already Won. Rose Run All-Star is moving out fourth. In their fifth, Waffles Again, SBGR with Sabine's Legend, 1:29.2. Pacing around this final turn. And the leader is still Woodrow Blue Chip. Over their second, Eddie Nine Toes in third is Already Won as they come to the top of the stretch. With the lead, Woodrow Blue Chip. They're in second, Eddie Nine Toes, but it is Woodrow Blue Chip to win. Eddie Nine Toes finishing second, tight for third, maybe Sabine's Legend. 1:57.4.
Fifths, 1:29.2. It was Gate Dwyer. He had it his way. Woodrow Blue Chip, Jason Beatty for Ryan Miller. Miller Racing Stable, Red Racer, Roger Miller, Jeff Banky, and Debbie Roughneck own. This is the 3-year-old Bago, the son of Lather Up, out of the American Ideal mare. Odessa Blue Chip, a $57,000 yearling purchase 2 years ago. Second win of the season, 6th lifetime. Earnings now right at $60,000.
Just covered their cost.
Yeah, just about covered the cost.
Pretty impressive. I mean, this gelding has been racing in 51 and 52 and first, second, or third last 6 weeks in some pretty big races, Buckeye Stallion Series, the Comet. So a really, really, really nice 3-year-old that Ryan Miller's got on his hands, and a great steer by Jason Beatty, who at least on the program had not driven the horse before, but was very confident leaving the gate. He was third on the outside going into the first turn. Got to the lead by the quarter pole. Waffles Again sat second. Rose Run All-Star was third. Eddie Nine Toes
back in front of the stands, winning the 8th race. 5, Woodrow Blue Chip, 3-year-old bay-goated son of Lather Up. Out of Onassis Blue Chip by American Ideal on my Miller Racing Stable. Red Racer and Roggs. Bankley and Rivenall. Ryan Miller is the trainer. Jason Beatty, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:57.4. Rose Run All-Star was 5th. Already Won 4th. Just right now scratched. Waffles Again, SBGR was 6th. Woodrow Blue Chip, the winner. Eddie Nine Toes, 2nd. Sabine's Legend, 3rd. 5-4 scratch, 6-1-2-3, 29.2. 1 minute, 4/5. 1:29.2, 1:57.4.
Wow.
And that brings us up to the 9th race, today's 9th and final.
Last
Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series. In this race, no change. A field of 3. Bring them out for the 9th.
That was great. We got one more for you, and it's a special one.
Yep.
We got the ladies.
Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Jennifer Main, Emma Wahlberg, and Christina Johnson are go at it here. They'll do battle here in about 10 minutes, but before that, we got to take a break and get a word in from these fine sponsors.
We'll be right back.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. Thestable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
Well, we're back here at Marysville, Union County Fair, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. Stake races are over for the day. Ninth and final on the card, Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Jennifer Main, Emma Wahlberg, Christina Johnson. Christina Johnson, I believe, drove a Sunday night in the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series, either Sunday or last night. I can't remember. I was at TIFF on both nights. Christina was there one of those nights. Jennifer Main also might have been there. But, Michael, it's a field of three. It's always exciting. They could be three wide going into that opening turn.
100%, absolutely. Now, these, they're ladies, but they're just as tough as the boys are when they're out there on the track competing against each other. And there's a bunch of good ones, too. I mean, I really enjoy watching these guys wherever we get a chance to at the fairs. Eric's going to give us the...
That's the call to post for the 9th race, your Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series. All lady drivers here in the 9th and final. A field of three with no change, chasing a purse of $1,000. One is Lying in Cash, Jennifer Main. 2, Duck Duck Dragon, Emma Wahlberg. And the 3, Black Tilly, Christina Johnson, in the sulky. That's the field for the 9th race. No change in the finale.
You know what I always enjoy about these special races, you know, the special ones, whether it's this one or the whole thing or the signature trot, whatever they are. These three horses have combined lifetime earnings of $624,000.
Yes.
You know, they're all quality horses. And let's see, 71, 81, 92 wins.
92 wins.
Out of 327, 427, out of 436 starts. So exactly a 25% win percentage.
309,000 for the one, Lying in Cash. 44 career wins there on the one, Lying for Cash.
67. That horse has been in the money 82 out of 146 times, with a mark of 150 at Hawthorne as a 5-year-old, so 4 years ago, and still out here just pushing it every week. It's the greatest thing. Duck Duck Dragon is the 2, Black Tilly is the 3. Horses are behind the gate, and they're at the top of the stretch already for our finale. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Hope you've enjoyed it. Pretty short day. I wish.
Duck Duck Dragon on a break. They're off into pacing, and it's Lying in Cash who goes out there with the lead. Black Tilly is there in second, and Duck Duck Dragon's an early third. That's the 3 as they move around the turn. So Jennifer Main, she leads the way with Lying in Cash, who's out there and on top, a length and a quarter. Right there in second is Christina Johnson and Black Tilly. Emma Wahlberg and Duck Duck Dragon, they're in third. They travel onto this opening fraction. Lying in Cash, use that rail to the advantage and leads the way. 30 and 2/5 the opening quarter. Black Tilly is there in second. Duck Duck Dragon is third. As they continue around the turn, Lying in Cash is backing down the tempo here. The old 9-year-old campaigner is looking for his 45th career win. In their second is Black Tilly. That trailer, Duck Duck Dragon. They come down here by the half, where Lying in Cash is out there and on the lead. 1 minute 2/5. In their second, Black Tilly. Duck Duck Dragon is third. They spin off the turn and head on into the backstretch. Lying in Cash is the leader. Black Tilly is still there in second with Duck Duck Dragon. To 3/4 we go, and Lying in Cash starts to now accelerate and open up by 2. Black Tilly is there second. Duck Duck Dragon is on the outside. 3/4, 1:30 and 2. So Jennifer Main leads the way with Lying in Cash. Emma Wahlberg is trying to come up and after the leader with Duck Duck Dragon. Christina Johnson third with Black Tilly. They're at the top of the stretch and down the lane they come. With the lead, it's still Lying in Cash. Inside Black Tilly with Duck Duck Dragon. Lying in Cash to win. Black Tilly finishing second. Duck Duck Dragon was third. 1:59 2/5.
59 and 2, 30 and 2/5, minute 2/5, 3/4, 1:30 and 2/5 for Lying in Cash. Gate to wire, Jennifer Main. 147th start for Lying in Cash, 45th career win.
Unbelievable, and what a wonderful job of driving and rating that horse so perfectly there with those 30-second quarters right off the bat, 3 in a row, and then came home in 29 flat. Horse has been pacing in 50 and 51 at Scioto. And the non-winners are 3. You know, sometimes when I say that, horse has been pacing in 50 and 51 and the non-winners of 3.
Yes.
Wasn't that long ago. That would sound pretty insane. But thanks to all the great breeding and everything else going on in this state and neighboring states, this is pretty impressive. So, yeah, 159 and 2, Lying in Cash. A great win for Tisha Lohman. Trains, owns, and bred Lying in Cash. I believe that concludes our racing for the day. Let's stay for the Winter Circle celebration for sure, and a little top down. And then you guys are, let's see, from here you're pretty much straight west, right? A little north or straight west?
Straight west and a little bit north.
A little bit north. Yeah, not too bad.
Back in front of the stands after winning the 9th race, the one Lying in Cash. 9-year-old brown-gutted son out of Cash, Hanover. From Joker's A Little Lie by Cam's Last Laugh. All by Tisha Lohman, who also trains. Jennifer Main is the winning driver. Time of the mile, 1:59 and 2, winning this year's Lady Driving Pace here at the Union County Fair. Lying in Cash was the winner. Duck Duck Dragon third, Black Tilly second. 1-3-2 on the bottom, 30 and 2/5. 1 minute 2/5. 1:30 and 2/5. 1:59 and 2. With that, we will wrap it up for this year's harness racing action at your Union County Fair. We hope you enjoy your rest of the week here at the Union County Fair.
Racing continues here on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association website later today. Chris and Doug are headed over to cover Sydney with a post time of 5 o'clock. I believe you'll have Ashley and Jeremy.
Jeremy Moore's going to be there.
And
Ashley Daly.
You'll be calling those races this evening, sir?
Yes, I'll be calling the races.
And Doug will be calling this evening, and Chris will be doing the magic that Chris does. Pretty perfect technical day today, I believe, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0.
Really? I don't think there was a glitch, was
there? There was not a single one all day long. So thank you to Chris, and thank you to our audience and everybody for watching with us here at the Union County Fair in Marysville. Until 5 o'clock, have a great rest of your afternoon, and thank you for being with us. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Michael. Enjoyed.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Good night, all.